What is up, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Bakali, and you might realize that we're back in our OG spot where I usually make my videos, and that's because the sun's about to set and this was the closest spot before it gets too dark to make a video. So I'm back to the OG spot. The purpose of this video is to go over the options that I have on my C63S, the ones that I chose for my specific vehicle, figure out which ones are worth it, which ones are not worth it. And this kind of goes for the C63S AMG lineup, but it can go with other cars because, you know, an option such as driver's assistance is across the board on many other cars, and you can kind of figure out whether or not it's worth it for the type of driving you do. So let's get into the video and figure out, did I actually buy the right options? Let's go over the options that are on the outside while we are on outside of the vehicle. So first things first, these are the Y-spoke AMG specific wheels. These are an upgraded option. I'll put the price right here of the actual option. In my opinion, these wheels are the best looking stock from AMG, and they are definitely worth the extra money, even though, like I said in my other videos, which you can watch up here left or right, this center cap right here, this emblem is prone to breaking off, and that's a $500 replacement for this center cap to make it look like a fake center lock wheel. But if you get the wheel and tire package, like I've suggested many times before, this wheel and this option is definitely worth it. Well, I don't know about you guys, but this makes the car look so much better, and these wheels are my favorite. They're 19s in the front, 20s in the back. Makes it expensive for tires, but definitely worth it because of how well they look on the car. And since we're talking about the wheels, this car does not have the carbon ceramic brakes because when I was purchasing this car, I didn't want to wait 6 to 8 months to order one and get it delivered. I wanted one right away. This car was the only one in the United States that had all the options I wanted except the carbon ceramics, so I had to forego those. In my opinion, the carbon ceramics are worth the extra money. I'll put the price right here. I don't remember off the top of my head, but the carbon ceramics make a lot less brake dust, so you don't really have to worry about cleaning the wheels because the brake dust on these suck. And plus you get golden calipers, which you can paint or wrap your calipers whatever color you want, but from factory they're kind of like a nice dark gold bronze color. I like that a lot, and obviously the brake discs are a lot bigger and it looks a lot meaner. But these ones are the stock steel ones. I did put ceramic pads on there for around 400 bucks, so those definitely help with the brake dust. But if you are buying this car, you're ordering brand new, definitely get the ceramic rotors because they last a long time and less brake dust, definitely worth it. Another outside option that I got was the black out package, so the black mirrors, then you also get black right here on this edge on this bumper, and then you also get black on the side skirts right here, and you get the black window trim and obviously the black rails. Now you can always get those wrapped or painted or plasti dipped or whatever you want. In my opinion, it's not worth the hassle of having to get that stuff done when you can just get the option, get the blackout option, blacks out all those details, and it makes the car look 10 times meaner, and definitely worth the cost. I don't think it was that expensive. The price will be right here. It's definitely worth the money rather than having to get done at a different shop. Now, another option that I go over a lot in this channel, which you can never get tired of hearing, the AMG Roar, is the sports exhaust. That is an option for C63Ss, and it's definitely worth the extra money because without it, this car does not sound anywhere near mean as it should. And you should make sure whatever car you buy or you order has the sports exhaust system. I'm gonna let you hear it one more time because you can never get tired of it. And that basically will explain, without having to say anything, why you need the sports exhaust system. So I hope that was convincing enough on why you need a sports exhaust system on the C63. This goes for any other car that you might be buying that has an optional sports exhaust. Just buy the exhaust system. It sounds amazing, and it's definitely worth every single penny. So another outside option is the driver's assistance package, which personally for me, since I do a lot of highway driving, this option was a must have. So what that includes is the adaptive cruise, which is noted by the solid Mercedes emblem in the front. If that's hollow, it does not have adaptive cruise. Then you get lane assist, so it lets you know if you're falling off the lane, it will vibrate the steering wheel with the motor in the steering wheel. And then you also get the steering wheel assist. I forgot what it's called, but basically if you're driving and you don't have your hands on the steering wheel, it'll keep you in lane and basically drive itself for a short amount of time, and you can kind of correct yourself just so you don't fall off the road. Obviously you get the blind spot assist, which is kind of like a must-have and already option on a lot of cars. Even base cars have blind spot assist. It's old technology, but it works well. And driver assistance for me, since I did a lot of highway driving, was definitely worth it. If you plan to daily drive your car, go on the highway, go on long trips, I highly suggest getting the driver's assistance package for this car or any other car that you buy, because when you're driving on the highway, you know, even though you're in a C63S, you're gonna get tired, and it's just nice to be able to cruise, not have to worry about the cars in front of you, let it adapt itself. So really, it's honestly one of the must-have options for this car or any other car. Although this wasn't an option from the factory for this car, this is the Mode carbon fiber boot lid spoiler. I think it looks amazing on this car, and if you buy this car, definitely get that spoiler and replace the stock one. I think for the 2020, 2021 C63Ss, there is a aero package, so it does have an aggressive spoiler on the back compared to the 2018, which is this car. This car did not have a nice carbon fiber or a nice aggressive spoiler from factory, so I went with the Mode carbon. But even if you do get the aero package from the factory, definitely get the Mode carbon spoiler because it looks amazing on this car. The other outside option that I actually bought was the 360-degree camera. This front one is cracked because of rocks from the highway driving that I do, since it has 50,000 miles. Although that one is cracked, it is definitely worth it. So you get the front camera, you get the cameras on the mirrors, and then you also get the rear camera that pops out when you go into reverse, or if you click the 360-degree parking aid. Now, if we go inside the car, we can actually see what the camera view it looks like when you activate the button. So the button is over here. It's a 360-degree camera button. You click it and it activates all cameras. You can obviously see that the front camera is a little cracked, but this is the overhead view that you get. And then you can also change it so you can go 180, 360 in the front, so you can see different views, side views, just to make sure that you don't hit a curb or whatnot. And then you get the rear view, 180-degree view. So it has a bunch of different views and options basically to help you park. I think this option is 100% worth it, and definitely something that you want to buy when you're ordering this car or a different car, especially a car that is very low to the ground from factory. This definitely helps and makes it worth it. And also, people freak out because they think there's a drone on top of your car when you're driving. So the price for that goes right here, and by my standards, from having this car for so long, I say it is 100% worth every single penny. So another option that I purchased, and I'm outside because it's getting dark inside the car, was the carbon fiber trim inside. I think that was like a $900 option. Price goes right here, as what the other options have. And I think it looks a lot cooler in the car with the carbon, especially with the SW custom steering wheel with the carbon on the wheel, matching the center trim. If you can get the center trim in carbon fiber, if you're buying the car, definitely get that. Or if you're ordering the car, I think it's worth it because it makes the car interior look so much cooler and so much better, and it's carbon fiber. What's to hate about it? So that option, definitely worth it. So another option, which I've gone over on my like and dislike video, which you can watch up here. These seats are an extra cost to the car. The stock ones are definitely more comfortable and better for longer term driving. I've had this car for 50,000 miles. I did a lot of highway driving. These seats, I mean, just look at them. They look freaking awesome. And I know that you think that these might hurt because they are buckets, and guess what? They do hurt, but they look cool. They feel nice because when you're driving around corners, these bolsters down here and up there hold you very tightly. And you got the automatic lumbar adjustment here and different bolstering setup. And they look so freaking cool. I think they're worth every single dollar, but they're not essential. They're not an essential option to this car. If you can get this car with the performance seats, great. If you don't want to spend the extra money on the performance seats, like I said, they're not really 100% needed. The regular seats are cool and they feel a lot more comfortable. So if you want to get the regular seats, go ahead, but I highly suggest getting the performance seats if you can. So guys, that completes the video. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I hope this helps you on your car buying ventures, on what options you should splurge the extra cash on, or the options that you don't really need, because nowadays when you're buying cars, options get really pricey, so it's hard to decide whether or not an option is worth it. So again, I hope this video helps you from my personal experience on what I would buy for this car, what I wouldn't buy, what is and what you don't really need for a car when purchasing it. Now, if you guys enjoyed this video, please hit the thumbs up, please hit the bell, ring the bell, and subscribe if you haven't already. Let me know in the comments below if you guys want more videos on buying cars, information on buying cars, what not to do, things like that. Just let me know in the comments below. I'll see you guys on the next video.